Have you ever noticed that the harder you try to force something, the more it slips away? Maybe it's a relationship, a job, or that big break you've been chasing. Yet the tighter you hold on, the further it seems to run. The ancient Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. They believed that true peace and lasting success don't come from fighting against life, but from flowing with it. In this video, we're going to explore why letting go is not weakness, but a superpower, and how embracing life instead of resisting it can completely transform the way you live. Have you ever noticed that the harder you try to force something, the further it slips away? Think of someone in a desperate relationship, texting constantly, overthinking, trying to hold on so tightly that instead of bringing the other person closer, they push them away. Force creates resistance. The Stoic philosopher Seneca said it best: fate leads the willing and drags the reluctant. In other words, when you fight reality, you get dragged, but when you flow with it, life carries you forward. What if instead of forcing, you trusted the timing of your journey? Sometimes the greatest strength is found in letting life unfold. You're stuck in traffic, already late for an important meeting. You honk, you tap the steering wheel, you feel your stress rise. But does any of it actually change the situation? Not at all. The Stoic teacher Epictetus reminded us that the only thing we truly control is our own mind, our thoughts, our actions, our choices. Everything else, from traffic to the weather to other people's behavior, is outside our power. When we stop demanding that life bend to our will and instead align our desires with reality, something incredible happens. Frustration fades, and we gain the strength to face challenges with calm clarity. One of the greatest sources of our suffering is attachment, whether it's to people, outcomes, or even our own status. The tighter we cling, the more we fear losing it. Imagine holding sand in your hand. The harder you squeeze, the faster it slips through your fingers. Life works the same way. Letting go doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're freeing yourself from the constant anxiety of control. When you stop obsessing over how things should be, you make space for them to unfold naturally. True peace comes not from gripping tighter, but from opening your hand and trusting the flow of life. Look at how nature moves. A tree never demands that winter end early, and it doesn't rush its blossoms to appear before spring. It grows in rhythm, patiently, in harmony with the seasons. Life works the same way. Just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it never will. It simply may not be the right time. Patience is not weakness, it's wisdom. The process itself shapes us just as much as the outcome we're waiting for. Sometimes the delay is preparing us for something bigger, or making us ready in ways we can't see yet. Trust the timing of your life just as nature trusts its own. Now, letting life flow doesn't mean sitting back and doing nothing. The Stoics deeply valued action, but not frantic, desperate action. It's about moving with wisdom and clarity. Think of an archer. He trains, he steadies his aim, and he releases the arrow. But once it's in the air, the wind takes over. He can't control that part. His responsibility is the preparation and the release, not the final landing. Life is the same way. Focus on the effort you put in, the habits you build, the choices you make today. The outcome may shift, but the process, that's where your true power lies. Real strength doesn't always look like control. It often looks like surrender. Not giving up, but surrendering to life's natural flow. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Think about that. We can't stop the storm, but we can choose how we stand in the rain. Peace and resilience come when we stop fighting what's beyond us and master our inner world instead. Ask yourself, how much energy have you wasted trying to control things you never could? What if that same energy was used to strengthen your mind, your patience, your spirit? That's where true freedom lies. So here's the truth. When we force life, we only create struggle. But when we learn to flow with it, peace follows naturally. The Stoics remind us that real success comes from trust, patience, and focusing only on what we can actually control. Imagine how different your days could feel if you stopped fighting what's outside your hands and instead leaned into the flow. That's where freedom lies. If this message spoke to you, hit like, Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Stoic wisdom each week. And remember, don't force flow.